Alright, next video in the series where we go over every single character changes in Season 2. And the reason we're doing it now is because now we actually have the game with Season 2 in our hands. So now we can look at the patch notes and we can actually try to do it in game and see if we notice a difference, which is what I like to do instead of just looking at the look at my website and being like, ooh, that sounds like it's gonna be strong, or like, ooh, that sounds cool, but I can't really visualize how it's gonna look. Now we can visualize it because we can see it. So that's why we do it now. Also here to start with, I just want to say, I did do a recording where the audio got corrupted. So I have gone over Soul too. And he's the last character I went over before I stopped my recording. So there won't be too much reactionary in this because I've actually already seen and done this. Just so you know. So if you're waiting for me to get a bit surprised, I'm sorry, that's probably not going to happen but we're still going to talk about Soul. I'm still going to go over all his changes as best of my ability, since I'm not a Soul player. But yeah, let's start with reading the text in the top. Adjustment to his crouching K and sweep. Improves Soul's low attack options, strengthening his ability to pressure the opponent. Volcanic Viper has been improved as an offensive tool with adjustments to his hitbox and more, as there was a window with no active hitbox directly at Soul's ascent, meaning it would be not always function as an invincible move. On the other hand, as his standing K and fast standing S were too strong compared to other characters, their performance had been increased while leaving the greatest strength, the attack style and recovery on block as is. Right, so that's what they're saying about the character. Let's go into the nitty gritty of it. Let's start with standing K. As they said, they've been nerfing it. Decreased attack level, increased base scaling, now depletes more risk level, increased combo blowback scaling on combos with standing K as a startup. So that's just flat out a nerf. This button has flat out been nerfed. Like, decreased attack level means less priority, right? In the scheme of the game. That's what that means. Increased base scaling, so it scales more. So if you start doing stuff like this, that does less damage now because of the scaling. Now depletes more risk level, so if you hit this, like if you build up the risk and you do this, that depletes it more than before. So yeah. Increased combo blowback scaling on combos standing K as a starter. What I think that means is the longer the combo, the more the character you're comboing gets knocked away in the combo, right? So there's a scaling system to that. And if you start with S, it's gonna be harder to... Excuse me, if you start with K, it's gonna be harder to get a longer combo. Not impossible, but it's just gonna be harder. Which sucks, but yeah. Damn, it must be so dooming when the first patch note you read about your character in the season is a nerf. Next thing, crouching K, decreased knockback. So this move has decreased knockback, which means this is more what you call reliable, more consistent, which is nice. We like consistent stuff. And I think the thing Soul players do, if I remember right, like in older games, is this. And then they like, isn't that the thing? Oh. Man. And then you're supposed to dash forward, right? And then you do stuff there, right? That's how it works, correct? Oh my god, why can't I? As I said, I'm not a Soul player. That's the stuff, right? That's the sauce. But that kind of stuff does less damage, but it's more reliable. Which, you know, that's nice. Beforehand, I wasn't really scared of Soul's low options. But I'm not really scared of Soul's overhead options either. I don't know. Usually you're just scared of this button into this. Oh, wait, not into this. Isn't that how you... What the hell? Wait. How do you do that? Okay, how do you do the command throw with Soul? Oh my god, you do. Of course you do a command throw on a kick button. Yeah, you this into like stuff like this. Yeah, that's usually Soul, isn't it? But fair enough, that's more consistent. Next thing, fast standing is decreased damage. So this move. Less damage. So one of the moves we said we are mostly scared of has less damage now. But I guess that's because This would do a shit ton of damage, wouldn't it? Okay. Let me dash up and like stuff like that. I don't know how to play Salt, but like, yeah, okay. Less damage on that. Man, all of this, I guess the Crouching K wasn't a nerf, but like, so far I'm reading 3 nerfs and 1 buff. Fast slash, standing S. Decreased damage. Okay. That was also one of his main combo tools, wasn't it? I also see Assault players do that a lot in neutral. Fast standing H's. The increased recovery, expanded upwards hitbox. Upwards hitbox? Why would you increase the upwards hitbox? It's not really an upwards hitbox hitting move. Decreased knockback. Okay, so he's more on your face. But you increase the recovery, but he's more on your face. Are you plus? I'm holding up. Yeah, okay. It looks like you're +1 or +2. If I did that right. Okay. I don't know if that's a buff or nerf. Someone that plays Salt, tell me what the meaning of that is, because I don't really know. Sweep. Expanded frontal hitbox and hurtbox. Increased horizontal blowback distance. Increased horizontal blowback distance. So they are knocked further away from you on this move. By expanding the frontal hitbox and hurtbox, so it's easier. Actually, again, this is more consistent now. Yeah, way more consistent. That's nice, I guess. Jumping P now launches opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback distance. Okay, that's the thing. That's the universal thing, isn't it? Like, there's a few jumping things here. Yeah. Basically easier to do jump combos. Jumping K now launches opponent higher. Jumping D, reduced frontal hurt box, now causes less wall break value again. Okay. I guess that means there's more dust loops. And he reduced frontal hurt box, which means it's not gonna trade and get hit out more in the air. So it actually has more priority. It's easier to anti-air people with it. So I don't know how to do dust loops. I don't know how to do dust loops. And why do I try to do stuff that I've never even seen how to do before? Cool. Well, I guess that's some small buffs. The jumping D sounds nice. I'm sorry, I had a hair in my... That annoyed me. Ground throw, decreased recovery upon successful throw. Decreased recovery upon successful throw. So less recovery frames, so you more pressure, I guess. Okay, sounds pretty good. Gun flame feint, decreased recovery. So easier to fake people out. You can easier do this into like, oh, I need this into this. Because decreased recovery, that's kind of nice. Okay, what do we have here? Volcanic Viper, all versions. Sol is now in a standing position on landing rather than crouching, okay. Makes some standing moves hit him where they didn't before, but his hurt box is actually smaller because he's not crouching state, where it's more... The hurt box is more horizontal. It's wider when you're crouching compared to when you're standing. At least that's how it is usually in fighting games. Interesting. Another hitbox directly after ascent begins, and hitbox now remains round. That's what it said with like sometimes like combos wouldn't work, so they added a hitbox to make combos more consistent. Expanded hitbox during ascent and reduced hurtbox. Okay, again, like more better as an invincible DP. Can no longer be roaming cancelled while the opponent's Ghost Psych Burst is active. I mean, that's how it should be, shouldn't it? Like, you shouldn't be able to like RC when the opponent already has activated a burst. When blocked mid-air, the opponent now lands more quickly than before. Okay. So basically it's easier to punish if the opponent is jumping and blocking. It's jumping in and then blocks in the air, and you do, and the soul player goes for DP. It's easier to punish it for the guy blocking. Increased attack startup of the S version. Oh my god, it's so much slower. It used to be very gimmicky in like how much you can spam it, in my opinion. Like it was very much a okay, I'm just gonna start spamming this because the opponent's gonna be scared of trying to punish it because of how fast it is. So I don't think as Soul players you guys should be too annoyed that it got changed. You probably should have expected it. Aerial Bandit Bringer, decreased attack startup. Bandit Bringer is the one where he dunks. Oh shit, that's way faster. Well, I don't know if that's a nerf or a buff, because a lot of the times, because the Bandit Bringer lingers, you see this part and then you go for an anti-air, but because it lingers so much, you would usually get hit. At least me as a Sats player is what would happen. So that might actually be a nerf, because it's gonna be easier to anti-air. Because like now, when you see it, you might be able to react instead of having to see it, understand that you have to wait and then go for the move. Like there's less manual timing involved for your brain. So to me it sounds like a nerf, but let me know what you guys think. Maybe there's some new combo options because of it. Night Raid Vortex charged now launches opponent higher with decreased horizontal blowback distance. So better combo move. It's how do you do it? This one. So basically this is a better combo. Basically better for combos. More better combos. We love better combos, don't we? I don't know any good combos, but yeah. Reduced lower hitbox. How do you do this? So reduced lower hitbox. I guess that means there might be a bigger chance of it getting hit out if the opponent is going for a low move. So let's say an opponent goes for this and the soul goes for Fafnir. It's easier for them to get this, to hit the soul during Fafnir. That's how I understand it. And the final change, Timed Rave. Increased attack startup, increased recovery. Tyrant Raid, how do you do Tyrant Raid? Is it like this? This is Tyrant Raid, right? Oh, is this? How's the other one? How do you do the other one? That is Tyrant Raid, isn't it? Thank you so much. Okay. So basically that was what they told during the Universal Mechanics thing, that some moves were like, they were kind of spammable. They made them easier to punish when blocked. So it's still the same move, but it's just easier to block. So basically they made it more in line with being high risk, high reward to wake up or do this at certain points. Yeah. I mean, as far as I've read on Twitter, a lot of Soul players are very sad with what happened to Soul. Which in the grand scheme of things I can understand why, because a lot of characters got buffed and their character has gotten changed a lot. Like there is some good parts to this, but there's also a lot of like bad parts. But I can't really tell how Soul as a character looks now. So let me know in the comments, do you play Soul? What do you think of all this? Like, do you see some positive things to this, or are you all gloom and doom because of these changes? I think it's nice with that the K into D, K into sweep got more consistent, and you got some more jumping combo consistency. But you can't deny that the nerf to the most normal combo damage moves in the game and his go-to anti-air is probably like a big thing. But yeah, that's all. Let me know what you guys think. And from now on, I don't have any more characters recorded, so it's all gonna be reaction based. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. And yeah, see you in the next character video. Bye.